Hello, happy Wednesday. I always wonder, like, the first people in, are they like just ready for us? If they're waiting, they're like, "Ooh, I can't wait to see Alicia and Kevin this morning."
Just waiting with anxious anticipation.
Oh, I know you guys don't love us that much, but I love you.
Or they're those people that we all want to be that are very prompt all the time, right? That are always on time, like a few minutes early. Like we all want to be that person. So kudos to all of you.
Good job, guys. Good job. Dave said he's been waiting for hours. What's up? I love it. Dave, first in the chat there. Well, good morning to everyone. As always, welcome to our monthly customer training session. Well, we're going to hang out. We're going to give everyone a chance to get logged in. For those of you that don't know, open up that chat window, say hello, let us know where you're joining us from. Zoom sets the default to panelists, but if you want to change that to everyone, your little blue drop down, you can interact with your webinar attendees throughout it. Let's see, we've got some Florida.
I was going to complain about being cold because it was like 19 degrees yesterday in Colorado. And then I saw we've got like Wisconsin and Syracuse and Michigan. I don't feel like I have room to complain anymore.
Yeah, no, for sure. Rebecca, my boss, lives in Wisconsin, and she was telling us the temperature this morning, and I said, sorry about your Wisconsin luck.
Yeah.
Oh, I see some Alberta, Canada there. I know you guys are getting some cold weather. Ontario, -3. No, thank you. Well, for all of you that have joined us, welcome. We're so excited to have you here. As you can see, our chat is very, very active. We welcome you to jump in there, say hello. Use that chat throughout the course of the webinar to interact with your webinar attendees. If you love something, say it in the chat. Now, your questions. We want to make sure that your questions get answered. So your questions should go in your Q&A box. Ray is hanging out in chat and in questions today. She's going to answer some of those questions throughout the session. If it's something she can answer, if there's something that she thinks we should leave for the end that we can address for everyone, we'll do that as well. But we want to make sure we get your questions answered. Today, we're going to be talking about closing out the year strong with some messages of gratitude. But before we jump into the content, I want to launch a quick poll and see historically what you guys have been doing for your end of year. So the question is, how do you usually touch base with your clients over the holidays? Do you do pop-by gifts? Do you send out holiday cards? Do you just let your marketing team send out that holiday email? Are you too busy to do anything and you just send good vibes to the ether and hope they feel it? Or are you like, listen, I am a bomb rock star. I always send out videos. Let us know.
Also, this is a judge-free poll, just so you know, regardless of what your answer, this is a no judge zone.
It's anonymous.
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
We're not going to come after you. I love it. We've got about 57% of people answering there. Take another second, let us know. We see a lot of holiday cards there. I see a lot of you sending out holiday cards. I guess my question for those of you in chat that send out holiday cards, do you pay someone? Do you pay a company to do that? Do you just plug in addresses, or do you actually like sit down and get a team of people to do it? Dan says he does. Don says he does it myself. Tom, handwrite all of them. Wow, make my own cards.
So I shared some of the results there so you guys can see what Alicia's talking about. We got 43% doing holiday cards. So that's a lot of people, right? It's funny. We've started receiving all of ours, and my wife and I are now like, ooh, who was first? Who was on top of it this year, right?
Wow. I see a lot of people that put a lot of work into those handwritten cards. Well, we're gonna talk about it. I would never, ever tell you to not send holiday cards. I know people enjoy getting them, but we'll talk a little bit about that. Hopefully you walk away with some strategies today that might make this a little bit faster, a little bit more personal.
Stop my share because I got
a little weird.
Yeah, it got a little weird here in PowerPoint, so I'm just going to stop sharing. But let's kind of talk a little bit about what we're going to cover today, because I know Alicia, you and I, we always like to be really respectful of people's time as we're going through this. So as I figure out these funny little technical issues, yeah, go ahead.
Well, while Kevin is figuring out what happened there with his slides and why I look so weird, we're going to talk just a little bit about gratitude, why now, why it's so important, why at this time of year. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about that. We do want to get right into the strategy, but we're also going to talk about how to really personalize your gratitude this year. I saw someone in chat say that they took advantage of our gratitude challenge. Yeah, we want to talk about this. We want to talk about why personalizing it. We want to give you some ideas for making it really, really personal. And then we're going to talk about how you can take advantage of BombBomb and the tools to really send it out in mass, right? We want to make sure that you have an opportunity to get in front of as many people as possible, as well as dive deeper with the people that are going to really help grow your business. And then, of course, we are going to take some time for questions. Someone said in chat that they took advantage of our gratitude challenge and they got 2 paid speaking gigs from our gratitude challenge. So
that's amazing.
Love to hear it.
It's always fun to hear like live success, right? As we're going through the webinar. That's amazing. Well, and hopefully you guys have a chance to look at some of those emails we send out prior to this webinar, because there are some really great strategies and some realistic things you can start implementing right away. So really, really fun to do that. And we'll talk a little bit more about what that challenge was a little bit at the end here as well with some of the homework we're going to give you. But let's jump into this because, like I said, we want to make sure we get you out in the hour and we respect your guys' time, because we know, especially this time of year, holy cow, right? Life is busy. I know when I was talking about in that email about how you can schedule emails, this time of year is really busy and it's not always business related, right? It's like work keeps going, business keeps going, but our personal side ramps up. My wife and I were laughing last night at what it requires to schedule our lives this month. Yep. It is hilarious, right? And just negotiating all of these. So let's take a quick step back and then we'll jump into some more of the actual strategies. But why do we talk about gratitude? Why now? Why is that important? Well, first and foremost, I don't know, it's kind of a pretty easy point, but why not, right? How often, and I'd love to hear if you guys have actual real life answers for this. When's the last time you had somebody reach out to you and just say thank you? Oh. Not necessarily for anything specific, but just to say thank you. Thank you for helping. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for being a friend and just being there for me. Amy, I'm jealous of you because you got one yesterday. So that's amazing. I don't know the last time I got that, right? And that is not a judgment on the people around us. I think it's more of a judgment of, gosh, this has just been a crazy couple of years. And we are all tired and we are all grinding and working so hard just to get through the daily stuff, right? Just to keep things afloat, just to keep working. Jim, I just saw, I can't recall the last time. Yeah, absolutely. I can relate to that, right? And so why not? Imagine how impactful it could be if you did take that opportunity to show that to some of the people around you, right? I mean, Alicia, you and I could probably talk for an entire hour and a half just on this topic. But talk a little bit about some of the benefits that I know you know of gratitude for the sender and for the recipient as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I talked about this a little bit in the deep dive video, but, gratitude isn't a feeling. Yes, you can feel grateful, but the actual act and the practice of letting someone know you're grateful for them or speaking your gratitude or writing down what your gratitude, there are so many benefits to it, both physiologically, actively for our body. When we make a habit out of either a gratitude practice of writing in a gratitude journal or saying out loud the things that we're grateful for or telling people that we're grateful for them, it helps us sleep better. It has been shown to help produce endorphins. We can all use more endorphins this time of year. It's been shown to help people think more clearly under stress, which is like, it's so wild that there's these actual medical benefits to something as simple as just actively making sure that you're letting people know you appreciate them. So you have this whole body of research that shows there are physical benefits for you personally by showing gratitude. But then the other side, when someone receives that gratitude message, not only is it going to brighten their day, but you're giving them good feelings, you're increasing their endorphins, and you're also strengthening that relationship. We've talked about this before. Harvard and the Wharton School of Business did some research on gratitude and communication. And basically, they say that when you actively use gratitude in your communication, people are going to be more likely to do what you want them to do. So if that's like engage deeper or give to your organization or donate to charity or participate in a meeting or whatever it is, you going out of your way by speaking those words of gratitude, it makes you feel better. It makes them feel better. And then that deeper level is that it's going to make it more likely for them to want to comply with whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Well, I think it's so interesting because it's funny. I was working with my son on gratitude and being grateful for things, right? Especially in this season, we all know with kids how difficult that can be. And we were driving home the other day from something I took him to, and he's like, Dad, I'm really, really grateful that you took me to this show. I wish it would have been a different show, but I'm grateful that you took me. I was like, all right, well, we're getting both sides of the coin when you're 6 years old, right? That happens. But I was thinking about it as you were talking, and really this bleeds into our next point, Alicia, of why this is so powerful. Why does this affect us? Because it really does play into what is the most like raw human desire that we have, right? It's to be seen, it's to be heard, it's to be understood and accepted. That's really, I honestly think that is at our heart what everybody wants, is to just be seen and valued and accepted. And if we can thank people and show gratitude for the small things, for the little things, heck, for the big things too. I'm not saying don't say thank you when somebody takes care of you, but it just allows us to be seen and to know that we are valuable and that we're providing value for somebody else. And so it was funny as you were talking through that, Alicia, there was some really, really awesome chats coming in about, Alicia, you and Kevin are so great. You bring so much energy. Even just seeing those messages, it made me feel all warm and fuzzy, right? Like, and that is, I think, what it's all about. Is just taking the opportunity that not only is it going to help me and is it going to have all those physiological effects that Alicia was talking about, but holy cow, how can it make that other person feel? And I would argue there's been no more important year over the last year or two where we need to hear this stuff, right?
Yes.
People need to hear that what they're doing matters, because I think a lot of people out there, I go through seasons of this myself, feel like, why am I doing all of this? Why are we putting all this effort? Can you relate to that too, Alicia?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, what you said there about being seen, there's a quote, I don't even remember whose quote it is, but it says that being seen is so close to being loved that most people can't tell the difference. And that's like what you're talking about here. Someone just might really need to know that you saw them and you appreciate it. And that is, you take this whole big gratitude thing, and that's really what it comes down to. It's like I see you, right? I appreciate it. That is something as simple as that has such a huge impact on someone, makes them, feel like they are not alone out there in this crazy world.
Yeah. Well, and this this last point here bleeds into the why now a little bit as well, right? Because it's been a tough year for a lot of people, but there's also some very specific, just this time of year kind of holiday reasons why now is a really good idea, right? Alicia, you brought this point up to me when we were talking, and I think it's so true, but talk about kind of your sight on that, as far as there's an expectation, there's kind of an acceptance to it this time of year that's not normally there.
Yeah. I mean, people expect to hear from people that they've done business with over the years. I might get a holiday card from my great aunt, right? Like around Christmas that I never hear of. And so people do have an expectation that they're going to hear from you, but because of that, they're also more likely to engage, right? It's that they're looking for it. They're expecting it, as opposed to when they're not expecting communication. So that's just one area where, you're going to get, we'll talk about this later, but you're going to get more engagement this time of year because there is an expectation of it. People are keeping an eye out for the holiday messages. And this time of year, as much as there's so much chaos and busy in our lives, are scheduled and holiday concerts and parties and all of that, there is also a certain amount of slowdown and reflection that happens. And I think that we all sort of have a personal reflection of like expectation of that as well, is that there is going to be some of that slowdown. And this is my favorite one, honestly, right? Like, I've given rules for email all the time, right? Like if you're not adding value, if you're not answering a question, if it's not personal, don't do it. But this is a different kind of thing, because you are adding value in the sense of spreading the goodwill and cheer and gratitude. But we'll talk about this in the strategy, but I love the opportunity of sending out a piece of communication to the people that you are involved with in business and it not being about business, right? There's no business goal here. And hopefully it's more for you than just checking a box, but this is an actual opportunity to connect with the people in your business.
Well, it's funny. Julie Hansen was actually one of the sales experts that we interviewed in our human-centered communication book that just recently came out. And she had a quote in there that really hit me that said, there's nothing wrong with you having an objective for something, right? And that gave me a lot of permission to go, that is true, right? There's nothing wrong that I'm reaching out for a reason. But it's also really good to pepper those in with just reaching out to say thanks, right? Just to say hi. I appreciate you. I care about you. And this time of year, and this goes into kind of point 3, right? Holidays kind of bring out all the feels, right? Tie yourself to those good feelings. If you are part of their good month, their good experience, they're going to have fond memories of you and think about you in a fond way. So for those of you that have a hard time separating, man, I'm doing this for work, it will come back to you work-wise. I promise, right? I know that may not be the initial objective, but you would be shocked at the stories we hear of just a quick gratitude video, a thank you video, a quick email, how it turns into business conversations naturally and organically, and it doesn't feel pushy or salesy or any of those sort of things. So tie yourself to those feels, allow those good feelings for you to be a part of that for this person's experience. And then we already kind of talked about this as well. This year's been tough, but let's take the opportunity to kind of tie this and end it on a positive note with some of this gratitude stuff. So hopefully that gives you a little perspective. I know I've been seeing a couple of chats going, do you have suggestions for this? Do you have tips for this? That's absolutely where we're headed here. We're going to give you some direct tips on this. The last thing I want to give you as far as kind of an overall thought, why this is powerful. Adam Contos is the CEO of Remax. So pretty high up, pretty big company. I hear they're pretty well known, right? He has said something, again, this was an interview from the book that I read recently that Ethan did, that we wrote. And it really changed my perspective on how I'm looking at business in general. We hear about ROI constantly, right? Return on investment. I think that's an acronym, a term that a lot of us hear. He talks about ROR, which is the return on relationship. And that was like, it opened up it gave me permission to not always be solely focused on what am I going to get? What am I going to accomplish? And he put it back to this quote that I want to share with you guys because I think it was really interesting, a great reminder for me. Anybody that's in sales can get lost in this sometimes, right? People don't care about your knowledge until they care about you. How many times have you gotten a LinkedIn message or an email that's like, did you know that 20% of blah, 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 blah can benefit from blah, blah, blah? And you check out immediately, right? It's because this person has not cared about me. They have not shown that this is even for me. This is for a lot of me's, right? Or my role or my type of business or industry. People see that. We can see right through those things. This time of year, the gratitude, the holidays, all of these things give us an opportunity to show that we care about the person. Yep. And I think that's really what we're trying to dive into with this whole human-centered idea is how do we think about the recipient? How do we think about them and not just our objective and what we can accomplish from that, right?
Yeah. Which I love this. And it's the perfect segue into our first point. And I see some questions there in chat about like, can you do this in mass? Can you do it personal? That would take too much time to send out 200. And that's where we really want to break this down for you to give you some strategies where you can make an investment into the relationships, that are most important and also get in front of everyone. So, this first one is really about being more personal with a small group of people, right? Like, it is unreasonable for you to send a personal one-to-one message to everyone you did business with this year, unless you only did business with a small handful of people. And if that's the case, then you should do it because they were crucial to your success. But let's just be realistic here, because if you sent out holiday cards and you're doing it, it's great, right? Like I said at the beginning, I am never, ever, ever going to tell you not to send out holiday cards. Mm-hmm. But the emotional difference between getting a holiday card from my lender or my insurance agent or my title rep or, my contractor, right? I'm going to get that plain holiday card and be like, oh, that was nice, right? Here's a holiday card. And that holiday card is likely going to go into a stack of mail or into the recycling bin. Because as much as I love the people that I do business with, they don't go on my fridge, right? The cards from like my nieces and nephews and pictures and family, those go on the fridge. The other ones, it's like, oh yeah, that was nice. They did what they're supposed to do. They sent out a holiday card. Okay. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong by sending a holiday card, but there is no opportunity for deeper connection there. Right?
Well, it's, I think as well, Alicia, just a quick on this, and then I'll let you keep talking as well. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Is we're not saying you have to stop doing one to start doing another. If you're doing one of those mass sends, if you're sending out cards, keep doing it. This is just an idea to really allow that empathy and that emotion tie into the top tier, the most important people that you have.
Yeah. So now, so you've sent out your holiday cards, but now these like 10 or 20, or only you know what that number is. Let's go a little bit deeper with them, because these are the people that helped you grow this year. Don't just check a box. So what we really want you to do is pick whatever that top segment is. If it's 10, if it's 25, and send a personalized one-to-one video to them, okay? No ask, right? No like call to action, no reason, just to say, thank you, I appreciate you. Whether it's, you can tell a personal story specific to that person or how they impacted your business, but you've got to make these ones personal. You need to say their name. You need to reference something personal, and it doesn't need to be 90 minutes. 90 seconds. It doesn't need to be 2 minutes. Like a 25-second, hey, thank you so, so much for supporting me this year, right? Like, I'm grateful for you, Kevin. That has an impact. That has more of an emotional impact than the handwritten card. Now, does the handwritten card take more time and people recognize, oh, this took time? Yes, but it doesn't have the same emotional impact.
Well, I want to show you this example. This is Wayne Eulery, who is somebody who has worked with BombBomb in kind of various different companies, but he's worked in the auto world as well. And this was a great video. I want you to see this example of the feeling you can get from it as somebody. Imagine if you were the person receiving this, but also think about how easy this was for him to do, right? I'll play it and then just kind of let you process some of that stuff.
Hey Isaiah, how you doing? Wayne here, and just thought I would say hello in a quick video. Kids are out here playing. Just want to say appreciate you, love you, man. Can't believe just a few months ago we had a coffee break, and that turned into you joining the BNI group, and then also building a business, Audacity, together. And it's pretty exciting times. Things are moving fast, and just thought I'd take a minute and say appreciate you, love you, and praying for you and your family. Take care. Bye.
It's just great, right? I mean, that makes me feel good watching it, and that's not even to me, right? So I just love that as an example, as just like a kind of, you can see we've written step one. We're actually going to give you different levels of what you want to commit to this, which I think is a really fun idea that Alicia came up with this year. If you just want to do just a little bit, but I want to build that relationship and personalization, this is a great bare minimum. Take this and pick that number for you. This is actually that challenge that some people were chatting in before, right? We challenge people to do one video a day. Just send out one video a day. It will seriously take you 5 minutes a day. And you can make this impact, or even see the results that, and I didn't get the name of who saw that success, but they already got 2 speaking engagements from these videos, right? That's how the honest conversation turns to business, which is so great.
I mean, at the bare minimum, okay? If you are a BombBomb customer and you are on this webinar right now, at the bare minimum, you should send out personal one-to-one gratitude messages to your top 10 over the next couple of weeks. That's your bare minimum, okay? I'm not going to shame any of you for not, but like really, like, why are you paying for your BombBomb subscription if not to connect deeper? That's right. So that's your number one. Okay. So now that's your basic. So, okay, you want to take this a little deeper. You want to like strengthen that relationship. You want to dive deeper, include a gift, right? With this gratitude message. Now there's 2 ways you could do it. Okay. If you want to do virtual gift cards or do digital gift cards or something like that, you can do that with our call to action button, which makes it really, really easy. Kevin already has an example there. You can take a digital link, whether you want to do Starbucks or REI or an Amazon gift card. This doesn't have to be a big deal. $5, $10, $15. Again, you're doing this for a limited number of people. So just link that gift card there, right? You can do that there. Hey, I want to let you know, I want to show you physically how much I appreciate you. Click on that, claim that gift card. So that's one way you could do. Or I also love the idea of a pop by. If you are, want to do gift baskets for your top 10, whatever, you can use that video as an opportunity to say, I want to bring you a gift. Is there a time when I can just stop by? I don't want to take a lot of your time. I know you're busy. It's a busy time of year. I just want to connect with you real briefly so I can give you this gift of gratitude and thank you for supporting us. So that's your step 2.
Well, and what I love about this, Alicia, is it's all about creating value touches, right?
Yeah.
It's all about creating more opportunities for you to connect with this person.
Yep.
So you can see these call to actions are not, I need something from you. I mean, it's like, I need a time from you, right? But you're not asking for a lot. It's saying, hey, here's a gift for you. I love in the chat, Dawn actually wrote a little bit ago, I did a little thing on Facebook for my realtor. I got a holiday card with a $50 gift card in it. Totally didn't expect that, right? And he remembers that. He's talking about it in this group right now. That was an impactful thing. What if you're able to do that with a $15, $20 gift card to your top people, right? That's not a huge investment. It's a here's something for you, but it increases a value touch to them. Same with the scheduling time. Holy cow, if you can schedule face-to-face live time with a person, that's ROR. That's return on relationship. That's investing in the human, in the person, and who they are, and bringing a little gift or just saying hi to them. I mean, those are really, really great opportunities for you to just continue to add value to that relationship.
And it's that deeper instead of wide, right? We have an example in here. You'll see it of like the standard like holiday email that businesses are going to send out that everyone's going to get. That's checking a box. And yeah, you can reach a lot of people that way, but are you actually like deepening it? Are you going to see a return on the relationship as opposed to just checking the box? So Tim wanted to know in chat, you said there's a feature to add a gift card with the CTA. Is it just adding the URL link? Yes. So your BombBomb video player, wherever you record that video from, it's going to give you the option to add the CTA. So when you click on the button to add a call to action to your video, it's going to give you a place to put in the link. So you're just going to take the URL link of whatever that digital gift card is. When you buy the gift card, it should give you the link for claiming it. And then you're going to put that there, and then you can change the verbiage like it has on that video replayer to say whatever you want. Gift card for you, thank you, click to claim your gift, whatever it is, you just put it there, and now they can access that gift card right from your video.
Well, and Ray even just threw in chat, she threw in our support article on how to add a call to action. So scroll up, I think it's like the 3rd or 4th one from the bottom now. If you're curious about how to do that, click on that link. You'll probably have to watch a video from me, so I apologize. But there's videos in there, there's step-by-steps, and it'll kind of walk you through that so that doesn't become, we don't want to create technical issues for you guys to be able to do this stuff. So that'll be a great resource.
Jermaine, you cannot add a CTA from the mobile app currently. You've got to do it from the web-based app.
Yeah, great question. And before we jump into this third one here, there's a great Q&A that I was just reading, Alicia, while you were talking about it. Bill actually asked for holiday BombBomb to customers, when do you recommend sending? Is it only on Christmas for the top ones, those sort of things? What are your thoughts on that, Alicia? I'd love to hear your opinion on when to send these kind of things.
Don't send it on Christmas Day. No one is looking at their email on Christmas. My recommendation would be, if you're going to schedule them to go out like on a specific day, I would maybe recommend like maybe the 20th or 21st of December. I would avoid trying to get it. I would avoid trying to schedule something to hit them on like the 23rd, 24th, 25th. They're not opening their email, and they don't want to read email from you. I'm sorry.
Well, and you don't want to be sitting on Christmas morning recording and sending videos to people, right?
If you're scheduling them ahead of time, you still like,
that's true.
We're we're in a whole season. So I mean, honestly, you can schedule them out to hit their inbox a couple days before Christmas, but I also would say you don't need to like stress about it being there on a certain day. I would say just do it and send it. We're in the season.
Yeah. And Russ, you actually asked this in chat. What about starting now? Too early? Nope.
No,
Do
no.
it. Do it when you've got the opportunity. Don't miss the opportunity to send it out. So start, right? Anytime. Yes, Mitch, anytime is a good time to show it. One thing I would add too to that kind of question in general is know your clients as well. They might not celebrate Christmas. They might be Jewish. They might celebrate Hanukkah. They might celebrate Kwanzaa. I mean, there's so many different holidays this time of year, or maybe they're agnostic and don't celebrate anything, right? Know that. You don't want to wish somebody Merry Christmas if that is not what they celebrate. So just be conscious of that, right? I want you to be totally open with what your beliefs are and what you celebrate, but also be conscious of your clients and think about them. That's going to affect what you're going to say, as well as when you might send that. So just something to kind of add to that consideration as you're thinking about some of that stuff.
You know, Lisa asked in Q&A here before we go on to step 3, just that she's like, I understand that the gratitude video needs to be personalized, but do you have any type of script to get started? We really do avoid scripts around here, but we like to focus on frameworks. But I would say that specifically for a personalized gratitude video, obviously it depends on your business and your client, but make it personal and tell them like why you are grateful for them. Does your business completely rely on referrals and these people sent you referrals? Thank them for that specifically. Because if we're talking about segmenting out these top 10, 15, 20, these should be people that you have something personal to reference. Right?
I'll give you one little tip that I've learned as well is when it comes to gratitude and those sort of things, it's interesting, be conscious of your verbiage with how you're saying that as well. The only thing I'm going to say about this, because I don't want you to overthink it by any means. We hear thanks all the time. Hey, thanks. Thanks for my coffee. Thanks for my order. Thanks for this. Thanks for that. We don't hear the word like appreciate as much, right? There's actual psychology to the word appreciate is taken into a different spot in our brain than thanks. So if you want to get into the weeds with this, I mean, I could talk for a while, but that may be something to consider. If you're looking for like, what are best practices? I try to say the word appreciate when I'm sending out specific gratitude. I really appreciate you. I appreciate what you did. I appreciate this. It may just be received. It may hit a little bit deeper. So it's just kind of a fun thing to start thinking with and playing with some of the verbiage. Yeah. Again, without overthinking and going, I have to say all of this stuff. Just be specific with what you're wanting to say and what you're wanting to convey to that person.
Yeah, be specific to that person and that situation and you know, be a human being. And that's really what matters here.
Okay, so what about next level of this, right? I know we want to get to the larger sending. We have one more step, kind of one more deeper level that really is kind of your brainchild, Alicia. So I'm going to let you talk to this, but what would be step 3 in this kind of the personalization, the one-to-one style?
So I'm really excited to share this with you guys because, you know, we've talked a lot about, you know, over the many, many years, the sending gratitude and the return on relationship and ROI and all of these things are really important. But, you know, specifically when we're talking about closing out the year strong and setting yourself up for success, like, yes, this is all, you should be doing this regardless if you're getting anything out of it, right? You should be sending those personalized gratitude messages. You should be going, you know, a step above to let the people know that are supporting your business or helping you do what you love, that you appreciate them. But there's another opportunity here to capitalize. Ooh, I don't know if I like that word. It sounds so transactional, and I'm not trying to be transactional, but there is an opportunity here for you to get video testimonials. Okay, so if you are gonna do a quick pop by, again, we're talking about your top clients. We're not talking about someone that you did business with 3 years ago and you're like harassing them for, you know, a testimonial. You're talking about someone who you're connected to that knows you, you know them. You're going out of your way to say, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Here's some gratitude. And would you mind doing a quick video testimonial for me? So social proof is a big deal. In fact, 88% of consumers trust reviews as much as they trust a recommendation from a personal friend. We see how influencer marketing is taking over, social media, which is really personal recommendations, right? Like influencer marketing, the influencer getting on her Instagram stories and being like, hey guys, you got to try out this teeth whitener, right? It's like a personal recommendation from someone that you barely even know. So it's a really, really powerful way for you to think about how to grow your business in 2022, because this idea of social proof matters. It matters for building trust faster. It matters for people that are, trying to make a decision and weighing differences. Having a quick video testimonial is powerful. And what you do with those video testimonials, once you have that video testimonial on your phone or in your BombBomb account, you can post it on social media. You can use it on your website. You can send it out one-to-one with someone. Like there's so much that you can do for it. So this is my quick strategy for doing this a little bit deeper. So step one, at your very basic, you're sending out a personal gratitude video. Okay. Step two, if you want to dive a little bit deeper, include a gift, either your virtual gift card or do a pop buy. Step three, okay, if you're going to do a pop buy, we've got digital gift card first. Oh, you've got them both on there. Okay, so
I got them both. I just hadn't pulled it up yet. Sorry.
Well, face to face, if you're doing a quick pop buy, what a perfect and easy opportunity to get a video testimonial. Okay, I'm going to give you a framework for how you can get a good video testimonial, and you ask either, can you share what the experience of working with me was like? Because that's not a yes or no question. Did you have a positive or negative or anything like that? What was the experience working like? That's a great prompt for them to say, like, oh, I felt like you were family, or you were so helpful, or whatever. So that's your first one. Can you share what your experience was working with me like? Or number two, do you have a quick story about our work together? Or do you have a quick story about when we helped you buy your house? Or do you have a quick story about, how hard it was to get that, insurance deal straightened, whatever it is. Okay. And then just record it on your phone, right? We're talking, this doesn't have to be big and scary. This doesn't have to be intimidating for them. Even if you stand by them, that's a little bit less intimidating, right? Because you're not just putting them on camera. Press that record button on your BombBomb mobile app and say, hey, would you mind sharing a quick experience about what it was like to work with me? And now you have that video testimonial in your BombBomb account that you can use over and over and over again. Okay. If you're doing multiple pop buys and you get a handful of those videos, you can stitch them together. And now you've got like a testimonial video. Now, if you added a digital gift card, it's going to be a little bit different, but you still have a great opportunity for this. Number one, you want to watch tracking. Okay. Did they open up their gift card? Did they click on it? Did they claim that gift card? It's really, really helpful to know that they did claim it as well. Because if this is one of your top clients, right? If this is one of your top 25 and they're not opening a gift card, then you know that maybe there's a breakdown in communication there. Maybe you need to communicate with them a different way. But once they've opened up your email and you know that they've watched the video and they've clicked on the gift card and they've all got those warms and fuzzies, great. See if there's an opportunity where you could just connect with them real briefly and ask for the video testimonial.
I think it's so interesting as you were talking there, Alicia. What I'm learning through this process is it's so much about, we want you to think past just checking it off the list. Great, I've got my videos out. Perfect, I'm done, right? It's no, what are ways we can continue to create this relationship building, right? So maybe it's add a gift, maybe schedule the pop by. Then when I'm at the pop by, what can I do to continue to advance our relationship? Yep. Which in turn will be business related as well, right? So watching, tracking, I mean, I put that bullet point, the lack of interaction is just as valuable to know as if they did interact and if they did engage, especially if you're sending a gift card. Hey, John, I just wanted to make sure you didn't miss this gift card that I sent you in this email. Great time to call, great time to touch base. It's another great value touch that's not just, hey, I'm checking in. How's business? What's going on? That's when people start to get frustrated and it starts to feel like kind of that pollution side of things, right? Of like, oh, why are they calling me again? These are great reasons to call. These are great reasons to make contacts and build that relationship.
Yep.
So let's talk, we did take this a different direction as well. And I want to touch on, we've talked a lot about more kind of that B2C, that business to customer, right? Kind of idea. What if you're more of a sales team? What if you're working more to businesses, to some of those sort of things? Here's a really other fun way. And honestly, this could work for both sides of it. But maybe we've been talking a lot about clients. What if we thought about our work relationships as well? Right? You can see the strategy, exactly the same. We're not blowing your mind to this, but we wanted to open up more ideas and more ways you could think about this in a different way this year. And I think this is a really neat one. Alicia, you brought up, what's a great way? Who do I send these to? How do I decide? Yeah. Well, there's the obvious ones of like, this person sent me a bunch of business, or this person gave me a lot of referrals, or whatever it may be, or this is my lender and they've helped me with all of my deals. Yeah. What about if we ask different questions like, who challenges you, who mentored you in this past year, who inspired you in this past year? Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool to get something to say, you inspired me. My wife actually got a text the other day, somebody she doesn't even know. Hey, you did something 3 years ago that inspired me and I finally took action on it today. Do you have advice for this? That was 3 years ago. Amazing. This person still remembered that. This is a really cool opportunity here if you're wanting to work with your vendors, your partners, your work relationships.
Yeah. I think when we talk about this idea of like return on relationship and doing things because it's the right thing to do, not because it's necessarily going to have a direct transactional result, I think this is one of those ones that is it going to have a direct A plus B equals C, and now I made more money, or now I got this promotion because I did this? No. However, if we're talking about the energy you want to attract in the world, right? How you want to do business, the kind of person you want to be, this is an incredible opportunity to just do something that is going to make the world a better place and that is going to make you feel better. Right? Like there is probably not going to be any direct business result that comes from you reaching out to someone in your company and saying, hey, I know that you probably don't even know this, but watching how hard you've worked this year to, get that promotion or step into this leadership position has inspired me. But wow, what an impact, what an emotional impact that you're going to have on that relationship, on that person, and on you.
This is an awesome example of this. This is Angela Stiller, who sells insurance. And I'll let the video speak for itself. It's exactly a great example of kind of what we're talking about in this realm.
Hi, Nancy. Hey, this is Angie Stiller with Angela Stiller Insurance. And I just wanted to send you a quick note. I have had so many people come into my office and tell me how amazing your assistance has been. I know that the Alliance Center is such a great resource for billings, but you specifically get a lot of praise in my office. So this email is literally just to tell you that people are talking very kindly about you. I don't think that we share that information enough. So wanted to shoot you a quick note. If you want to get in touch or have a cup of coffee anytime, let me know. I know you're getting ready for a very busy season in your life. So if you need me for anything, I'm here. Otherwise, I will just be around. Thanks so much, Nancy.
I mean, I want to be Nancy right now. I just wish I was Nancy after watching that video. It's so awesome. All right. So we've spent a big amount of time on the personalization. Yep. I know some people had some chats and some questions early on. We've told you we would talk about this. What about the mass sending? What about sending to larger groups of people? What are some ideas on this? I mean, we've got a great example that I'm thrilled to show you, but what are some really important things to think about when you are going to do a send to more than one person during the holidays?
So a couple things that I always like to point out here. Number one, again, even if you have already sent out holiday cards or are sending out that plain holiday card that comes in the mail, they have to go to their mailbox and open it up and open it, and they see your signature and all of that. Even if you are still doing it, I want you to send a video to your lists. Maybe not everyone one list, you can segment them out. We'll talk about that a little bit, but there are two really, really powerful reasons why I want you to do this. Number one, I already addressed the emotional impact that comes from watching a video, and we're going to play you these videos. because there's no better way to illustrate the emotional impact than by watching them. But the second reason why this is so important is that it creates an opportunity for connection. When I get a plain text holiday card in the mail from my insurance agent, there is no opportunity for me to connect deeper. It is one-way connection. When you send out a warm, touchy, feely video, even though it's not personal, you send out that holiday video, you are going to get replies. I promise you that you are going to get replies. Historically, our prompt customers know this. Our prompt is a system where we send things for clients on their behalf. But the happy holidays email that we do at the end of the year, year over year after year, it has the least amount of content, okay? It has the least amount of copy. It's a nice graphic, the happy holidays video from you, and then a little line of text. It gets the highest engagement of any email that we send out all year. People reply, okay? So you wanna make sure that your list is good. If you need to dive into one of our old sessions to talk about cleaning up your list, you do want to make sure your list is good when you're sending in a mass list like that. The cleaner your list is, the better deliverability you're going to get. So you want to make sure that you've done the work on your list ahead of time. And you can send this from anywhere. You don't have to send it from within BombBomb. If you do your mass sending from somewhere else, whether it's MailChimp, or your CRM or Salesforce or whatever it is, you can take your BombBomb video and put it in there and send it out from that system. You don't need to learn a new system. You don't have to do it from within BombBomb. Yes, you can do it from within BombBomb, but you could do this from anywhere.
Well, and one of the things I think that's so cool with these as well, and then we're going to play you 2 videos from this same family, 2 years or a year. I actually don't know the time frame on it. A couple years separated from each other, right? Because this agent Joe does this every single year. He records a video with his family and sends it out to his clients. And it builds this familiarity effect. You're watching his kids grow up. You're watching his family grow and adapt, and you start to feel like you know him. Guess what that provides? Trust.
Yeah. There are deeper psychological benefits that Joe is benefiting from his clients seeing his kids grow up.
So watch these as a fun example to see this like back to back.
Hey, it's Joe Soto along with
Maddie Soto, Brooklyn Soto, Mommy Soto,
and
Daisy Soto.
And even little Daisy Soto came and made a cameo. We just wanted to take a quick minute to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're celebrating, enjoy the time with your loved ones, with the people most closest to you, like these little ones that I got. So from the Soto family to you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and enjoy the day. Bye.
Bye. Lots of hugs and kisses.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, hit the
All right, so here's the next one. Here's another, like a year or 2 later.
3.
Hello, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm Maddie Soto.
I'm Mommy Soto. I'm Brooklyn Soto.
And I'm Daddy Soto, and yes, we are representing with our Yankee pajamas, and yes, I am making them wear these awesome pajamas on Christmas. They look so happy, don't they? Anyway, from me and my family to you and yours, Merry Christmas. Wanted to just say thank you for all your love and support throughout the year, and very, very grateful for all of the wonderful people in our lives. So from my family to yours, Merry
Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
It's just awesome, right? I don't even like the Yankees. In fact, I don't like the Yankees, and I still like this video. So if I can get past that, then I think anybody can. But it does so many of those touches. It builds that connection. It builds that rapport. And I think what's really important about this is, Alicia, you kind of held up that flyer thing that you got from one of your companies. Guess how many emails like this I've gotten this year?
Yeah.
A lot, right? Now, this is not a bad email. It's worded really nicely. It's really kind. But what we don't want is people seeing this and going, oh, some marketing company made that and all of their agents are sending it out.
Yep. Nancy Cole said in chat, aw, when we played that video. And that's why I want you guys to see those videos, because of the emotional impact, right? There is nothing wrong with this email on the left, except that it is box checking, right? We've been talking a lot about digital pollution. You are going to get a whole bunch of emails like this over the holidays, box checking from companies with a Thanksgiving or a holiday graphic and a line of text, but it doesn't have an emotional impact.
I'll tell you what, here's a great video I want to show you that's kind of the solution. This is actually a response to somebody else, to some gratitude that was sent to them. I guarantee the email that you're seeing on the left there is never going to get this response.
Hey, Eric, David Blackston here. Man, are we enjoying these strawberries? Thank you so much. Man, you didn't have to do this, but boy, we're glad you did. Hey, I know you watch everybody eating them, so we got something we want to say to you. We got a big thank you to you. So, hey, everybody, thank you, Eric.
I mean, this is connection. This is relationship. This is adding value to clients. When they feel the desire of, we are so thankful, we've got to send a video back. That is just an amazing opportunity. It's amazing connection that shows that you have added a lot of value, whatever direction you go. So while it's easier sometimes to take the left side, right? And just go, oh, it's designed, I've got to get something out, I just want to be done with it. Take the extra 20 minutes. Take the extra 5 minutes in the morning to send a video to somebody and find what's reasonable for you. We're not asking you to send 100 people. Yes, sending a personalized video to 100 people, that's not doable. That's not going to function.
Not happening this time of year.
Yeah, so limit down. Find the people that are I don't want to say the most valuable, but that you are going, man, they're important to me. I cannot not send them this message. I have to send them this message. And show the effort, take the time. It's going to go a long way in that. So this really does go to our challenge. And I know I want to leave a handful of minutes here at the end of the hour for any more Q&A that we haven't been able to answer. Ray, you have been killing it with the Q&A and keeping up with some of those questions. So thank you for all of your help with that. But here's kind of our challenge, right? Pick that 10 to 20. Personalize videos to each of those people. If you want to keep taking step 2, step 3, add the CTA, right? Use that link that we put in chat of how to do that. Add the digital gift card, figure out how to schedule a time for a pop by, add that little piece in there, and then follow up. What we don't want to do is create opportunities for this engagement and this connection and not do it.
And abandon it.
Yes. And it happens all the time. I'm guilty of it. I'm not going to say I'm not missing the mark sometimes, but it's very, very easy to do, especially as life gets busier, right? Especially as you're pulled in more directions. Use these opportunities. This is going to be not only an amazing way to finish this year, but Alicia, to your point earlier, what a great way to just launch into next year and create these opportunities, create these stories and conversations of whatever that may be for you and your industry. But it seems funny. It seems simple and also can feel daunting at the same time to go, oh man, I've got to do 20 videos. That may feel really daunting. Just go, I've got to do one today, right? What's the next right step?
Yep.
So,
I mean, whatever you want to call it, whether you call it karma or law of attraction or the energy you put out comes back to you, whatever it is, the way that you approach, the people that you're going to reach out to, it's going to come back to you, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's not a direct A+B benefit that you're going to see right away. This matters. It's going to have an impact on the people that you take the time to just send that quick one video to. I mean, how many days we've got? It's December 8th. Here, you've got, you could get 15 one-to-one videos done easily between now and when you break for the holidays. That's all you have to do, right? Just one a day and you can make a huge impact.
Yep. I love that. We want you guys to know, in this whole topic, in this whole vein, we appreciate you so much. You guys have no idea the amount of internal conversations that go on here at BombBomb on how lucky we are to have the clients that we have. We are so thankful, not just because the business is growing and that's great, but because we have real humans that are hopefully benefiting from a service and a product that we're able to provide. But you guys are daily affecting our lives in so many different ways. And so we want you to know that we appreciate that and we are grateful for that. And I'll use all the trigger words I can think of now. But I really do mean that from the bottom of our hearts. And I am speaking on behalf of our entire company because I know they all would say the exact same things. We are so thankful for you. We appreciate all of you. Every single one of you are impacting us and making a difference in our lives. And we are grateful for that this time of year. So thank you. We really do.
Grateful. you know, the things that you guys say in chat about us, like they really, I really do, it impacts us. It's kind of incredible when you think about how many of you keep showing up here every single month with Kevin and I. It actually matters. I love my job, and the fact that you guys want to keep showing up and that we get to learn together every single month. Yeah, it really, really means a lot. We love you guys. The entire Bomb Bomb family and company is grateful for you guys, but I know Kevin and I feel an extra little bit of love to spend this time with you guys.
All right. So before we jump into, honestly, there's not a whole lot of questions out there. If you've got any Q&As that you're thinking of right now, throw them into Q&A, throw them into chat. Let us know. We want to make sure we answer those. But we also wanted to do something to show you how grateful we are for you. And so what we have done, and I'll go ahead and I think I've got this link shared. I'm going to share it in chat right now. And we're also going to be sending this link in the follow-up email that you're going to receive for coming to this webinar. We are kind of doubling down on that challenge that we've given you. Now we've ramped it up a little bit because we really want to celebrate you guys. We want you to send 25 gratitude videos to the people that helped you succeed this year. So I don't care if it's your clients, I don't care if it's partners, if it's vendors, if it's anybody, you take that whatever direction you want. Once you've done that, we want you to go hop to this link that I just posted in chat that you'll have in the follow-up email. It's a quick form that you can come in and submit. Hey, I have sent my 25 gratitude videos. The first 10 people that we hear from that have done that, you're going to get a free book from us, our human-centered communication book that we wanted to, that Ethan Butte and Steve Pasnelli just recently wrote. No big deal, Wall Street Journal bestseller, which was really, really exciting to see come through. This is the heart and soul of Bomb Bomb, and treating everybody like a human and finding human value and thinking about recipients. It's an amazing book that you can read through. I've read it twice already, and it's been out for 4 months. So just to reiterate, send 25 gratitude videos to your people, whoever that is. The first 10 people that do that and let us know about it, you're going to get a free book from us just to say thank you, and for us to be able to show you how much we appreciate you for all the hard work that you're putting in. So, oh, Anastasia, that's a good question. Will it be a signed copy? I don't know. We'll see what we can do. I don't know if I'll be in control of that, but we'll see if we can pull it off somehow. But again, are you seeing any questions or anything?
I'm really not. I'm just seeing lots of gratitude in the chat, which is warming my heart. So I don't really see any questions there.
I'm going to copy those and put it on my wallpaper for when I'm having a bad day. I'll just use that.
I actually am gonna download the chat history here and see some of these gratitude messages.
Everybody, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We can say it a million times and it will never feel like enough. We appreciate you. Thanks for being who you are. Thanks for letting us hopefully guide you and give you some great tips to help you succeed in your business. Thank you for being here today on this webinar. We love these times with you guys. Have a wonderful holiday season. Be safe out there.
Oh, holiday.
Enjoy it. Alicia and I value you guys so much. We are always here. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Otherwise, do a little bit of work, have some fun, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, have an amazing end of the year here. And we cannot wait to see you in 2022. Holy crap. It's almost 2022.
I'm not ready.
That's wild. All right. We appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your day. We can't wait to see you all soon. Thank you so much.